People think Pisces is weak, or they think Pisces is delusional, or they think Pisces lives in a dreamy fantasy land because they can't handle reality. But here's what nobody ever tells you. Pisces sees reality too. They see it clearly, and that's why they step away from it. And that right there is why Pisces is the most misunderstood zodiac sign. So let me say this very slowly. Pisces always gets blamed for things they didn't even do. Pisces is not confused, Pisces is not naive, and Pisces is not too emotional. So what truly is happening is Pisces gets overstimulated. So you need to try to understand that Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, which means Pisces has already lived every other sign's lesson before they even get here. So while everyone else is learning things the hard way, Pisces is sitting there like, yeah, I've seen this movie already. And so that's why they check out of reality. It's not because they're a lost soul. They're just tired. Now, ancient astrologers called Pisces the cosmic ocean. Now get this, not a puddle, not a vibe, an ocean. And oceans don't panic when it rains. So Pisces feels everything. They feel your emotions, they feel their emotions. And if you happen to be in the room full of other people, they will feel the room's emotions too. The emotions you're pretending you don't have. And then people say, why are Pisces so sensitive? Well, it's because you're bleeding emotionally, and Pisces is the one holding the sponge and absorbing all of your emotions. Now, here's where Pisces really gets misunderstood. And honestly, this part is hilarious. Pisces will know exactly who you are within 5 minutes of meeting you and then pretend they don't. Not because they're stupid, but because they're polite. They'll watch you explain yourself, contradict yourself, and expose yourself all within 5 minutes. And Pisces is just sitting there like, wow, this is fascinating. Now, ancient astrology said Pisces ruled the veil between worlds, between truth and illusion. So Pisces doesn't argue with illusion. They let it play out. And that's why Pisces looks so passive at times. That's why Pisces looks detached. And that's why people think Pisces doesn't care. But Pisces cares too much. That's the problem. Now let's talk about the lost stereotype. Pisces isn't lost. Pisces is selective. They don't rush anything and they don't chase anything. They don't force clarity, because when you've already lived an Aries rage, Taurus' stubbornness, Gemini's chaos, Cancer's emotional spirals, Leo's ego and overthinking, and Libra's people-pleasing skills, Scorpio's intensity, Sagittarius running, Capricorn's control, and Aquarius's detachment, you stop participating in nonsense. So you see, Pisces doesn't need to win. Pisces needs peace more than anything. And this is where people really get mad, because Pisces tends to mirror people. So if you're a shallow person, Pisces will appear to get distant on you. And if you're manipulative, Pisces will go quiet. And if you're authentic, well, Pisces will open up in a way that will challenge your life. So when people say, I don't understand Pisces, what they really mean is Pisces saw you very clearly. They saw your hidden self before you were even ready to face that dark part of your soul. And chew on this. Pisces was ruled by Jupiter, the planet of wisdom and spiritual truth. So in other words, this means Pisces will downplay issues just to keep the peace, and they forgive people longer than they should. They also tend to stay in situations past the expiration date. And so oftentimes people mistake that kind of Piscean behavior for weakness. But I will tell you honestly, because I have dealt with Pisces in my own personal life, that when Pisces is done with you or a situation, there is no meltdown, there's no announcement, and there will be no explanation. Just know this about Pisces. They will leave you emotionally first, then energetically, then physically. And so by the time you notice that they're gone, you're talking to a ghost. You see, Pisces isn't misunderstood because they're unclear. They're misunderstood because they're generally 3 steps ahead of everyone else. And honestly, they are just too intuitive for surface level thinking. They're just too deep for rushed connections. Pisces are just too ancient for a world addicted to noise. And so that's why Pisces will always be the most misunderstood zodiac sign. So if you're a Pisces and this video felt a little personal, or if you've ever loved a Pisces and suddenly feel exposed, or if this just explains someone you never understood before, well, that's probably a Pisces for you. Come on, don't play bashful. Leave your unique personal mark down below. I love hearing from all of you. And look, the comment section is just begging you to tell your truth. Thank you all for watching. Happy holidays.